not move in. It's been raining all night and most of the day. It's like 95 yesterday afternoon or the day before, and it dropped all the way down to like a high of 60, and last night it got to a low of like 48. So, hoping it'll get the deer on the feet. I'm looking over a half-cut cornfield. Like the farmers cut half of it and just haven't got the other half yet. Which I don't know if that's going to help me or hurt me, because they might be bedded out there and just eating. If they would have cut it all, they'll probably be bedding over here where I think they are. Pretty excited. It's pretty much my first set. I sat one time, but it was like 97 degrees. I wasn't too confident, but today is super nice. This is the same day last year I shot and missed that giant 8-pointer. I shot right underneath it, just misjudged the distance. Dad's on the other side of the property where he shot his huge buck, and we have seen countless other big bucks. He's sitting up in a tree stand. I'm on the ground right now. I don't know. I'm just going to tuck in, sit here, try to be quiet. Super windy as well today. But I'm just going to sit here and hopefully something walks in front of me. I might shoot it though. Not sure. Kind of depends on how the day's been going. If I've been seeing a lot of deer, I might shoot. Might not shoot, but if I just won right at last light, I might shoot it. But stay tuned. Hopefully we get a big buck on the ground. Film him if you can. Film him if you can. put my bear at the opposite end of this cornfield where I seen this big old buck the other day. I think they're coming out up here more. All right, I'm gonna do the interview in the car. It's kind of windy out there today, so I didn't want the audio to be bad, but it's October, what day is it? October 7th. It's about 60 degrees right now. It's kind of windy. This afternoon was a lot cooler than it was now. It's 60 right now. I think this afternoon was like 50s, and this morning was like 40s, low 40s. But it's not a great wind, but it's not a terrible wind. This stand I'm going to is where I shot my buck last year and wounded it. This is the first time we've hunted it this year. We've been getting nothing crazy on it. We got a couple big bucks on it, but they haven't been in a while. They did just cut all this corn. They planted it in wheat, so it's all cut down. I don't know how I feel about that. I think I like it when they cut the corn, obviously, but not when they go over it with wheat, because they like cut it all down. Doesn't look like there's much corn on the ground. I have some sticks with me. They're kind of heavy, but we had to put them in this tree because the tree doesn't have steps on it. So I got to haul them all the way back there, which is going to kind of suck. Dad is going to another spot where you saw that giant buck earlier this year. A big, wide, tall, beautiful 8-pointer. He's going there tonight. That camera hasn't been working. He's going to switch the cameras out. It's a Moultrie mobile one. We just had them forever. I think they're just getting old, and we've had them for like 5-6 years, so I think they just need to be about time to be replaced. But this spot right here is like 3 different spots. He owns 3 different parts of land, and one of them where we planted the food plot, he gave permission to another couple bow hunters to hunt it, I guess, which is kind of unfortunate. We literally walked back there yesterday, or Dad walked back there because he called me yesterday to get the trail camera, and they literally had their stand set up over the food plot, which I don't know, is unfortunate, I guess. But he asked us to not hunt over there, so we're gonna stay away from that, I guess, and we'll just hunt over here. It's it's so unfortunate, but it's not our land. There's nothing we can do about it. That's pretty much the update I want to give you on what's going on with all of our hunting spots, but I'm gonna start walking back there, try to get these stands or sticks set up to get in the stand. It's only 3:30, so I'm super early. It doesn't get dark till like around 8, 7:45, 8 o'clock. But I just want to make sure I have enough time to get in there, put my sticks up, and get comfortable, get the camera set up and everything like that. But yeah, probably a 1/4 mile walk, if not a little bit more. But it's across an open field, so it's not bad. But stay tuned. Maybe we'll kill some. A doe walks out in front of me, I'm gonna wing an arrow. I need to get something on the ground before it gets too late. It seems like every year, if we don't get something on the ground quick, Dad's already killed a doe, but I need to get something on the ground. And and it seems like the rest of the year I have more time to really just settle in and wait for that big buck. But stay tuned, maybe we'll get something. Okay, finally set up. The wind is blowing out of my back out into this big cornfield, but I'm hoping they hug the tree line because it's blowing just out from the tree line. So if they hug it, I think I'll be okay. But we've been getting some huge does here too. We got some salt right here on the ground, which in Missouri you can hunt over as long as it doesn't have grain, which is just a white salt block. And it's kind of deteriorating. It's like a quarter of a salt block now. There's some salt laying around it just from the rain and stuff, but that's about 15 yards. And I got this little field behind me. Can't see terribly much because of the leaves. They haven't fell off yet. A lot of them are still like holding their leaves, so I can't see very, very far, but I can see quite a bit. On camera, it looks like they're coming from behind me, which is perfect because the wind's blowing from behind to the front. But I've known in the past we've got bucks come across this big field. I'm gonna sit here for a couple hours. If I don't see anything, I might try to do a couple like just soft grunts. Nothing crazy. Just pretty much acting like a little buck. Maybe another buck will come and check it out. Maybe get curious. But that's gonna be like a last resort because I won't be hunting the next couple days because of work. The only reason why I'm hunting today is because I got off work a little early. So I'm gonna sit tight. Dad hasn't even made it to the stand yet. He has to pick up my little brother from school. Feels good to be in a tree, man. Feels good. I'm gonna sit here. I see a doe. It's gonna be filmed and it's gonna get shot. So stay tuned. Meh. She just crashed right there. Oh, she just crashed right there. Hopefully y'all could see that. It's getting pretty dark. Light enough to shoot and everything, just not much for the camera. I still see some deer out here in the field. I can't believe I even got a shot at that one because there's a coyote howling next field over. Not even sounded like 100 yards. But I heard her crash right over there. I don't know if I got a complete pass through and my light and knock turned off, or if she took it with her. bucks out there, nothing too big. And then a couple more does, but they were far. There's a doe right here, and she's still out there. I don't even think she knows what happened. I tried to get a hold of Dad. He just doesn't have good service. But, I'm shaking, boys. That was fun. I hope you guys could see it pretty, at least kind of okay. At least the arrow hit her. I mean, you can still see, like, it's still daylight. Just my camera doesn't pick up daylight that well. I think I'm gonna try to convince Dad to break in the stinking Lincoln tonight, and you guys can see what it's all about. So, stay tuned. Trust me, you do not want to miss the topless stinking Lincoln. But I think I'm gonna start getting my stuff and getting ready to get down. Just ease out quiet. Get a hold of Dad and come back here and get her, but she's a big old doe. I mean, there's one buck. It was kind of hard to tell. He was super far away. Small buck, and then like 5 or 6 does out here. They need to be thinned out, and she didn't have a fawn or a yearling with her. So they need to be thinned out over here, and I'm glad I could do it. Finally got some blood on an arrow too, feels good, but stay tuned on the track job and maybe even the stinking Lincoln. Well, we have to keep the buggy running because it keeps dying, but this is the arrow. Complete pass through. Good blood. I mean, it's stuck in the ground quite a bit, but we're gonna leave it here and start on the track. I'm pretty sure she's dead right over here, but we're gonna start on the track. There's some blood right there. Tracking some blood right here. We're gonna keep tracking. Dad's way up there. Find her? You already found her? Oh yeah, I told you she died in the creek. Oh wow, she made it. I mean, you can still see the buggy lights over there. I mean, she didn't make it 40 yards. Yep. Oh. Wow. Yeah, I blew right through that shoulder. Would have hit her on the other side. I'm gonna have to black and white this. Told you she was flopping. Perfect. A little high, but since she was so close and I was sitting so high up, went through that front shoulder. I mean, I probably got both lungs. I even probably got heart, to be honest, the way she looks like she's bleeding. We're gonna get her dragged up, and we might do an interview up when we get closer to the buggy. We're gonna start dragging. Well, I just wanted to show it off. This is the doe. I mean, she a big old doe. She was quartering away from me, hit her kind of high, just probably below the spine. Came out the front shoulder. You can see the hole here. It looks like I broke that front shoulder, or I'm right in that vital V, which is a perfect shot. But I wanted to kind of talk about my arrow setup. So I'm shooting a Magnus. I think they're called the Stingers. They're a 4-blade. They're kind of, I can get a better video when I get home, but they are 125 grain. I'm also shooting a Vector arrows, the THP edition, so the Hunting Public edition. Those are pretty cool because you can put your draw weight and your draw length and everything in there, and it'll give you a perfect arrow to fly with that. But my total weight's 591 grains, which I know that's probably a little overkill for just a little whitetail deer. But I'm not shooting anything over 20 yards. I mean, you see this shot, that was 12 yards. That's my average shot. But, I mean, I'm pretty happy with it. Glad we got something on the ground. I'm going to talk to Dad and see if maybe we turn this sucker into some jerky and stuff. Because, I mean, on my routes delivering mail, some beef jerky would taste pretty good. I'm pretty excited though. I mean, she didn't run no 40 yards. I could hear her flopping over here. So I'm glad I got a good, ethical, clean shot. Wish it was a little bit more daylight, but it was good enough for me to shoot. Not so great for the camera. But we're gonna get dragged out. I did see 5 or 6 other deer out there, and one was a smaller buck, I think. There might have been 2 small bucks. But like 7 o'clock hit, and all of them came out. But we're gonna get this sucker dragged out and probably try to get her at least skinned out tonight. It's gonna be a long night, I'm assuming, but we got the buggy, as you can hear in the background. We got the buggy out here. We're gonna pull that sucker right up in here and then drive right back out. But thanks for watching this episode. I think I'm gonna end it here. Hopefully the next few episodes just chasing after those hard-horned bucks, but thank you for watching.